Everybody's doing something, and everybody has a story.
Join us and a few friends along our journey as we ride ours.
Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast.
We are here. We are here. It is Monday.
We are back.
Morning.
Back.
Monday.
Kadeem Brown back. What was it? Live in the flesh. Back like it never left.
I like that.
Yeah.
I want to do this again?
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stumble so bad over that.
No. Let's do it again.
I haven't done No. Go ahead.
What's going on, guys? It is Monday. We are here.
What's
it's
up?
myself, Handsome Kelly, here with my co-host
Kadeem Brown, live in the flesh, back like it never left.
Back like he never left.
Let's go.
Back like he never left. Is my mic on?
Nah, you're good.
You sure?
Yeah, 100% good.
Oh, okay. What's up, man?
Yo, everything's good, bro. How's everything? How's Thanksgiving?
It was good.
Yo, let me tell you a secret, all right? Thanksgiving was y'all about to get some exclusiveness right now.
Okay.
Thanksgiving was my last hoorah. Started next year, and the reason why I'm telling everybody.
What does hoorah mean?
Like, listen, the reason why I'm telling everybody.
But I need to know what that means. What? I need to know
that is the last hoorah.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna explain it.
But I need to know what it means before.
You're gonna know what it means when I finish explaining.
All right, go. This guy's aggressive.
Thanksgiving was my last hoorah before I start. Like, I'm about to go vegan starting next year. I'm about to eat no meat starting the new year. 2020, I'm not gonna eat any meat.
What is hoorah? Hey, Rocky, stop. Rocky, what is hoorah?
Hoorah is like my last push, like my last I
don't.
Oh my goodness, you know who hoorah is, bro? Hoorah is my last. What's the synonym for hoorah?
I don't know, bro. You're asking me questions. I don't know what it means.
Oh my god,
who says that?
It's my last. Whoopee.
Who says this though?
What's the synonym for hoorah?
I don't know. I don't know what the word means. You keep asking me this question. I don't know.
It was my last
good time.
Thank you. It was my last good time before. Thank you. That's when
so
you grow
hoorah
up.
Means good time.
That's why you grow into wealth.
Hurrah, yay, happy things. You never heard that?
I guess so. That did it. I heard a hoorah. I didn't know what the word means though. Mm-hmm. But using it
very correctly.
Anywho,
yo. Right,
so I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving.
Yo, this guy doesn't celebrate anything.
It's foolish.
Let's hear the swindle this time.
What's no swindle? It's not a swindle.
Why don't you celebrate Thanksgiving? Y'all can't wait. Yo, stand for the Christmas episode because that's gonna be a good one. Because we're gonna get the definition why he doesn't like Christmas.
Well, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because I don't need a day for me to tell you how thankful I am. If I don't tell you throughout the year, I'm not thankful for you.
The old Valentine's Day swindle.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day either.
You pulled it again.
Sade is right here, and she can tell you I do not celebrate. That is a straight bullshit.
Oh my!
I gotta have a one day to tell you I love
because
you
you've
and
been
show
doing
you how much
all
I love
year,
you.
Right?
I damn sure show her all day that I love her and all that shit. Even I'm pissing her now, and I still love her. Valentine's Day is straight bullshit. That's a money grab. Thanksgiving's a money grab too. That's a money grab.
Oh,
but that's actually the reason why I started feeding the homeless.
Yes,
because my mom said if you're not gonna because she celebrates it, so she said if you're not gonna, which is one thing. I was like, Mom, but I would because we're part of Native American.
Yeah.
So I said if. Huh? What'd you say?
Yo, he's part everything real. I let that one slide. I just want to get I'm we're pushing on time. So I'm like, I'm gonna let that one slide because he's gonna say how he's Caribbean too.
I am Caribbean. I'm dead.
And then he's gonna say how he's Egyptian.
No, I think I am. I'm not though. I know I'm not, but I really think I am. I think I'm a descendant of King Tut. I'm not even being funny. I'm dead ass. But anywho, so my mom said
I don't want to get in the conversation.
But I told her, I said well, for starters, our ancestors were slaughtered by Christopher Columbus. Why are we celebrating that? Mm-hmm. She thought, now it's about thankful, blah blah. So she said, if you're not gonna do that, what are you gonna do? And I said, I'll feed somebody else then. And that's what started.
That's
me.
what started feeding the city. Okay. So
for me jumping in, Caleb. I know the year before that, Caleb. I think he had a few workers, or not a few workers, a few clients, and they fed some people. And then
okay. I
had spoken to him. I'm like, yo, I want to do this. And he said he did that before, so let's actually keep going there.
So I did the same thing on Thursday. I woke up super early and I went to where is it? the train station over by Grand Central.
How was that?
It was pretty good. Like they do this every single year. It's like part of like a fraternity. They do it every year where they have huge turnouts of people. Like they prep the food the day before and just hand it out all morning.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm gonna do that, and then after that, I'm gonna head to a senior center in Queens, and I'm gonna help the seniors. Like they have their own Thanksgiving in the morning as well, and then I'm gonna go eat. So I do all this to give back and everything like that. But it's just like, yo, you do mad work, and then as soon as you go home, you don't have them do any prep or anything like that because you're like, yo, I've been out feeding the homeless all day.
You know what's funny?
Like I just want to eat right now. Don't give me nothing to do at all.
You know what's funny? Like, why do we have to stuff ourselves on Thanksgiving? Why can we can't just eat a regular meal?
What? Because it's Thanksgiving, bro.
But why though?
Because do you want the reason why? Because on Thanksgiving,
But that's dumb. But if you think about this though, like I had to stuff myself.
You don't.
And
choose
like,
to stuff
no.
yourself.
But here's the thing though, like it's like you have to stuff yourself. Then you have to have a to-go plate. Like why can't I just have a meal and I feel good and just have a to-go plate?
No, you choose to stuff yourself though.
And then people like oh, it's the next week Thursday. I'm still eating Thanksgiving food. Who the fuck cares if you're eating Thanksgiving food?
What's
Like
the last day for you?
honestly, I don't even like eating food after like the third day or something. I think that's too long.
So a turkey sandwich on Monday is not it.
But here's the thing. So growing up, what my mom would do, like, let's go back to how poor we were. Well, wasn't really. We was poor, but we was poor. But anywho, so like whatever we have, like it turns into like turkey sandwiches, turkey slices. Like we have turkey. Like I know how to do a lot of turkey stuff because of that. I don't even like turkey.
I hate turkey. Yeah, that's the one thing that I do not eat on Thanksgiving is turkey.
That's kind of weird.
I feel like, yo, in a Caribbean household,
you're Caribbean.
in a
that's
real
why.
Caribbean household,
You got
like,
jerk chicken, peas and rice.
Yeah, you have like a regular. It's like almost like a Sunday dinner.
When do you
on
guys not eat
steroids.
that?
Huh?
When do you guys not eat that?
Eat
I feel
what?
like it's like every day for you guys.
What?
Rice and peas and.
Nah, rice and peas like a Sunday meal. Like a Sunday, like your mom is.
So what about Monday? What do you eat Monday?
Monday you eat leftovers to like Tuesday.
And then Wednesday, what are you eating?
Wednesday, that's when you probably like have to start buying food. Or
So
you just cook something else.
so you guys buy like.
But it's not gonna be whatever you cook during the week is not gonna be as lit as Sunday.
So, but I want to know. So it's like, cause I really want to know how you guys do this, right?
Mhm.
So, what is the other like a Caribbean dish?
Like what? Like breakfast or
I don't know, just
dinner?
period, like a dinner.
Like an oxtail, like jerk chicken, curry chicken, stewed chicken.
Are you guys vegetarian or something like that? Is your mom like vegetarian or something like that?
Nah, my sister is.
Oh, that's what it is.
So my sister made what did she make? She always makes like some veggie meatloaf type thing, which is actually pretty good. That's why
I don't like meatloaf.
Why not?
There's no
You
one
like
like
meatloaf?
Huh?
I fuck with meatloaf heavy.
Okay. I'll just tell you that I don't like it.
Alrighty then. Well, anyway,
We actually got a guest today.
Yes.
So how much time have we on so far?
Nah, we're only like 8 minutes in.
Really? That was 8
I
minutes?
feel like I've been talking to you for like 2 years. So
Yeah, you really have been. I was trying to get you shut up, but you kept going.
I wasn't getting the clues. I wasn't grabbing the hints.
No, we actually have a guest today. So this is a good for the both of ours.
Yes.
It's a female.
Yes. Which I feel like we had way more females on our.
We definitely don't.
We definitely haven't.
We definitely
It just
don't.
feels like it
I don't know how it feels like. We definitely don't.
on our shows.
Like, we're kind of sexist.
This is just started throwing one in so they don't drown us.
We had Tajada. We had Eniola. We had Summer.
Mm-hmm. And my sister.
Your sister. Who else? 4.
Yeah, all right. That's about the same amount of.
What?
Nah.
We had Caleb. We had. I can keep going, bro. We had Caleb.
Yeah.
We had Luke. We had Rob. And we had
LZ. We had.
I was talking about female wise.
Oh, who else?
Hollywood.
Oh,
You know she's
Janelle.
back. She's back.
Janelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's back for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's why she said that.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
She's like, yeah, I'm back. We should meet up. I'm like, yeah, but I thought she's like back for good.
Oh no. No, it was for Thanksgiving. But we have Tianna Robinson. This is one of my partners at my firm. She actually started working there before I started working there. So
you're a partner of her firm.
touche.
Okay.
I guess I'm a partner at her firm. She's my senior.
Okay.
So, but now we've been rocking for a while now. Like I feel like this is we're the power team right now. We've been holding it down. We've been killing it.
Yeah, I'll be everywhere. I'll be seeing you guys.
We've been everywhere. So
Yeah,
it's
I
like my
gotta give
little
it to you.
sister instantly right now.
Who's older?
I'm like super old.
Oh, really?
How old are you?
Really?
I'm 23.
The first time we hear
You're 23?
Yeah.
I just turned 23.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Wow.
Get into the bag. Yo.
Trying.
How you gonna go back
Bro,
from
if
this?
I was, I was 23 and I knew what I knew now.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. So when did you
Wow.
actually start working at this firm?
I only started a couple months before you.
So what's going on? What is your name?
Right? You're going to be jumping in.
Right,
So,
like-
I was trying to force her to get comfortable quick.
What's your name?
So my name is Tianna. Like Kadeem said, I work with him over at our firm. I'm a financial advisor of his. With him.
Okay.
Of his.
Of his. He wish. I'm
So-
part 2 of the dream team.
Yeah, that is. Yep.
So what about it though? Like where are you from and everything? Let's actually go all the way back.
We're going way back.
Yeah, let's
All
go
right.
back. Where are you from?
Cool. So I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh.
Born and raised in Brooklyn. Hey.
Brooklyn.
This is why I don't like Brooklyn.
That's like your theme song. Look, she. Oh,
yo,
y'all should have saw her right now. Like she
Yo,
just
she
had a
bitch.
flag out and everything.
Yo, you know what's so funny? We was driving in Brooklyn. Once she dragged me to get, we're supposed to go on an appointment in the city at 6:00. She drags me to get her hair done in the between appointments. So I'm sitting, waiting for her to get her hair done. So as we leave,
How long it took?
5-6 hours.
That was
that sounds about
only
right.
2 hours tops.
Yo,
No, that's not real.
I was,
It was 2
bugging out. But so we were driving through Brooklyn and everybody beeps their horn in Brooklyn. Like that's all
That's kinda
I was hearing. It's just beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, yo, that made me not like Brooklyn even more.
No, but seriously, you say you're from Brooklyn. What part of Brooklyn you from?
So Flatbush, born and
Okay.
raised. Actually, I was born in Veer. Anybody who knows where that is, they know what's up. But
That's in Brooklyn.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the piece.
What are you?
I'm American. I'm actually part Native American too.
Really? What part?
Straight up, Cherokee.
Oh wow, Blackfield just straight Cherokee.
Don't get that deep.
Okay.
This is a small part. You gotta ask my mother.
You're not Caribbean though. You just
Nah. I'm
Okay.
just straight American. I'm one of the few.
okay. Well, all right. So yeah, let's go back to your upbringing and everything. So you're from Brooklyn. You're from Flatbush.
Where do you go to school out there?
So I went to Midwood. I went to Brooklyn College. I stayed in Flatbush my whole life.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
was Flatbush.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did. Okay, that makes sense.
Everything is Flatbush.
You went to
That's why I'm
college
like-
as well.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn College.
Oh, okay. All right.
I did my first year at Baruch actually.
Okay. What Baruch in the city, though? It's one of those things where it's like they have different stations in the city. They have, what is it called? It's not Baruch. It's what is it? Come on, guys. It's a college.
Where we going with this?
It's a college, but they have
It's like
different.
the hoorah.
Huh? Yeah, it's one of those CUNY
CUNYs,
things.
yeah.
But what is it though? It starts with a B. Like they have one in like the Lower Manhattan. They have one in Upper Manhattan. They have one in Brooklyn.
I'm shooting blanks right
BMCC. There we go.
now. What is
I
that?
thought BMCC was only in the city.
Yeah, it's different ones though. It's not.
Nah.
Shadi was over there laughing.
Like, yo, she's saying like,
You talking about the community college?
No.
y'all giving out mad wrong information on this thing. What did you study in school?
Alright, so I actually went to school for psychology. I had nothing to do with money. At all.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Did you finish with psychology or what?
I did.
Well, you got your bachelor's or associates?
Bachelor's.
So you got your bachelor's. So what did you want to do with that?
Alright, so I went in a circle. Technically, when I started school, I was gonna be a physical therapist. Started studying under that. Fell off. Jumped into psychology. I knew I wasn't gonna be a psychologist, so like that wasn't happening.
But so why did you want to major in that for start though?
Honestly, I've always taken classes there. They were pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know where I was going at the time once I stopped with physical therapy, but if I ain't finished, I was never going back to college. So I said, let's just keep going.
Okay.
How do you feel like out of your friends like that you went to school? You're probably the only one that like went to college.
Nah, everybody went to college.
Everybody, I feel
Minus two.
I feel like you told me everybody that you grew up with didn't like.
Oh, from way back. Oh, yeah.
That's different.
It's over.
It's different times. Oh.
I got stages in my life.
Okay. There we
So
go.
all right. So with college, you have your bachelor's.
Yeah.
Are you in college debt right now?
No.
Oh,
Debt
so
free.
congratulations.
Debt free. Thank you.
A lot of people don't have that. That's pretty good.
That's a
70K
CUNY
in a
benefit.
hole.
Oh, CUNY. Oh, okay. So what's the difference between CUNY and SUNY?
SUNY is like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000.
Yeah.
CUNYs are $3,000 a semester.
I know the difference. I just wanted to put it out there for those who didn't know.
So I work
Alright,
my
so-
tuition off.
So yeah. So right after college, you said you went to Circle.
So I got out of college, didn't know what I wanted to do. Was looking, actually I was working part-time in retail. I was working at Raymore and Flanagan.
Which one?
The one in Gateway.
Okay.
Everything Brooklyn.
Everything Brooklyn, right?
No.
Brooklyn. Yeah, everything is there. All right, so yeah, so you're in Gateway.
So I was there. I had no idea where I was going, but I just knew that wasn't it. So I ran through jobs like nobody's business. I think I've had as many jobs as like grades that I've been in.
Name all the jobs that you feel like you had.
Every job?
Yeah, as much as you can remember.
All right. I started at the smoothie spot in KP. Everything yogurt.
What's KP?
Kings Plaza.
Oh, everything
For
Brooklyn.
everybody that's not Brooklyn.
KP means Kings Plaza, guys.
I did everything yogurt. Then I went to Modell's.
You worked at Modell's?
I worked at Modell's in Harlem. I worked at Modell's in the city. I worked a bunch of spots. I went to, where did I go from there? I went to Journeys. I went to Things Remembered. I went to, I'm missing something. Costco's.
You did work at Costco.
I did Raymore and Flanagan. I went back to Costco seasonally. I was at State Farm. I was at, I'm missing like 3.
All right, from State Farm. From State Farm. Why do you feel like you never kept a job?
All right, so
like,
I
why
kept
do you feel like
the
you were
jobs,
jumping?
right?
Like, when did you start working?
When I was 17.
16?
When I just turned 17.
When you just turned 17.
Yeah.
All right, so why do you feel like you were jumping from job to job to job to job?
Oh, I wasn't with it.
Like, wasn't with what? Like, what were you not
All
with?
right, I would work there. All I was looking for was money, to be honest. I was like working like 35 hours in high school trying to make sure I could stretch it because I need to get paid.
What were you spending your money on?
God only knows what.
You just spend
Actually,
it.
I was a really good saver. It's crazy. And that's why I was able to make it through each time.
Okay.
But no, I really learned through each job what I didn't want. So I hated being controlled. I didn't like the fact that, I worked in Journeys alone. I went to New Jersey. I opened up stores in the city. I worked mainly on 34th Street. I worked in Brooklyn. I hated going like from state to state, place to place just to like get extra hours. I hated the fact that I was working like 10, 11-hour shifts with like 30-minute breaks. Jeez. So I just started to realize what I don't want piece by piece. And soon, I'm the kind of person that like doesn't settle. Yeah. So as soon as I'm fed up, I'm out.
Right.
My mindset was like, I'm gonna get another job.
So how did that bring you into being a financial advisor?
So I stepped
this
into...
is crazy. What she's saying is not her work ethic right now, which is like completely different. So I can't even imagine.
Hold on, before we get there, let's build it up there to see.
All right. So when I was at Raymore,
your last job was your
last like retail
last
job.
one was before real estate.
Real estate, like real. Was
before real estate.
Before now?
No. Her last retail job. Sorry, that's what I was trying to say. What was your last retail job?
The State Farm count? I was an insurance agent, so
No, that doesn't count.
Raymore.
Raymore. Okay, yeah.
So Raymore, then you went to State Farm.
From Raymore, I went to cold call at my last real estate firm, but I wasn't licensed.
Okay.
Then I went to State Farm, and then I got
how
my
do you
license.
get a cold calling job? I feel like a cold calling job is like an old job. Like
boom. So I was at Raymore. Actually, I was job searching because I had an issue with the manager at the time. We're not gonna get into that. And
Brooklyn beef.
And I'm looking up jobs like, all right, what can I do where I can control my time? Literally, I just started going down a list. I need to control my time. I need to figure out something that's going to work a little bit better than this because she was playing with the hours. I got like 10 hours a week. I was
You're
like,
still
I
in
can't
college
do that.
right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm in college. I'm like, I need to get paid.
So now you're what, 19?
I am, was I? Yeah.
Okay,
19.
so now you're 19. Okay.
I'm 19. So I started looking for the jobs, and it's crazy. This is the only job in my life I've ever been fired from.
Oh,
from Raymore.
Oh, from Raymore.
Okay.
So literally, I think a week after I was job searching, they let me go. Next day, I got my real estate job. So I happened to find a list, and they were like, "Hey, we'll teach you guys the ins and outs of the business. We need people to do business development calls." So I was like, "All right, cool. Let's see what it is." Went over there, started. Shout out to Gotham Properties. First of all, I'm a shameless plug, but I started working there when they were really.
Don't
on the
worry,
way
we'll
up.
edit that out.
All right.
I was gonna say nothing else. Just gonna edit it out, but shout out to them.
Nah, keep going now.
So I started so the person that runs the firm really taught me like everything about real estate. How to look for a deal, how do you do listings, so when I get my license I don't know what to do.
Exactly.
But in the meantime I was calling pre-foreclosures. So I'm calling people, when I say angry, like these are people who get thousands of calls a day.
Right.
But they are losing their house. These are people who haven't paid their mortgage in 10 years, like 8, 9, 10 years. So I'm calling all of them, trying to figure out how I can tell them how to help save their house, but pretty much how to get their house.
Yeah.
So from there, I really just figured out that, I want to get into real estate. I really like what it is. Need to get my license. Left for a little bit because the money wasn't that great. Oh, Boston Market. I worked there too.
You did say you worked in Boston.
I worked in Boston Market. So I was working part-time doing calls with real estate, part-time at Boston Market, and then I was studying for my license.
Okay.
Jeez.
And then
Real estate license.
yeah.
And you were still in school.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing your thing.
So
This is still 19 or 20 now.
this is I was doing both. I might have been 20.
Okay.
I might have been 20. I
This
think it
is
was 20. So then that's when I left. I went to the State Farm. They said, hey, listen, we'll pay for you to get your license and pay you while you're in school. I was like, I'm sold.
License? What kind of license were they giving you?
So I got my property and casualty license to sell auto insurance, homeowners insurance, renters insurance, life insurance, everything. That's actually how I got my life license.
Okay.
So
So you had your life license before
when I came in.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I went
Can you
over
stop interrupting her,
there.
please?
I'm sorry. I'm connecting the dots.
I'm trying to connect the dots. And
All right, so I'm in school in Valley Stream, just learning about
what happened to
insurance.
Brooklyn?
Nah, Valley Stream. The State Farm is in Brooklyn, but
Oh,
our
okay.
school was in Valley, and I
Okay.
didn't drive at the time, so we trying to make it out there.
Oh, wow.
Crazy. So made it over there. Did it was like 40 hours a week, I think, just back to back for like 2 months. Got all my licenses, came back, but I was told that to get my clientele, I wouldn't have to do cold calling. I realized in real estate, I hate cold calling. I'm not calling 100 people a day, 5 hours. It was like 400 people a day actually. I was like, I'm not doing that again. What happens when I get there? Nah, you guys can't have the incoming leads. You got to cold call. So I was like, you know what? Okay, I respect it. I'm gonna do it a month or two. I was like, you know what? This isn't it. So here it was worse. It's not just 4-hour shifts. It's 8-hour shifts. They want you to call about 700 people a day. And I'm like, I'm talking to 2 people. This is not for me. You know, my thing is not the no. I don't care about rejection, but I'm not gonna sit here for hours and hours and listen to a dial tone.
How long were you there for?
I was there for like 5 months maybe.
Oh,
I got my licenses and I left.
Damn, you.
So then how did you, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, when did
when
you
I
become a
got back?
financial advisor, though?
So after that, I went back to real estate, got my real estate license. I stayed with them for about a year. Was doing real estate. It was actually pretty good. Was doing a bunch of rentals. So it was after like my prime month. I think I did like while I was still in school, I did maybe it's like 6-7 rentals that I closed in a month. Everybody was amazed. I was like, I didn't think it was that serious. But then like a month later, it just kind of hit me like, this is cool, but this isn't it. So then LZ, my current manager, him and 2 other partners at my firm came through and they did a presentation for us.
Okay.
So
what were they doing a presentation on?
everything. So they split it up. Somebody was doing wealth management. Somebody was talking about insurance. Somebody else was talking about like tax ins and outs.
Okay.
So then, I was like, this is pretty cool. I never knew this was even like a field. So I sat down with who's now my current manager, sat with him, did a consultation. He became my advisor. I was sold. I was like, listen, this is amazing. I love what you're doing. I'm gonna send you a few more people. So I referred him a couple of people.
Man, you giving away your clients.
You didn't know that,
telling
though,
you,
did
not
you?
at the
But
time.
you giving away your clients.
You didn't even know it.
Damn.
So I actually,
So hold on, LZ owes you some bread then.
just a little bit, just a little bit.
I'm gonna let him know that. All right.
So I actually sat in on one of my good friends' meetings. I let him do it at my house. I was like, listen, you guys can meet at my house, but I gotta sit in. I want to hear everything again.
Okay.
So I listened in and I was like, you know what, like this
Something
is
to do.
really something. Like I'm really, really into it. And this is at a time where I'm really not even sure about real estate anymore. I was making the money, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
So he's like, listen, I don't want to pull you, but if you really like what's going on, come out to the office, check it out. We'll take it from there. So I went all the way to Woodbury, Long Island.
Yeah,
I got
that's pretty far.
a 04. I got a 04.
Yo,
You remember?
I forgot about the beater.
Hold
that
on.
we
Let
had.
me.
So I'm in this beater. It's
04
barely
beater?
making it.
What is it?
What is it? Oh, you
I'm trying to remember. I could see it. I can't
Yo,
even remember.
I
no
couldn't
more.
even tell you. It was like a
Can't remember.
no-name brand car.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't in the corner. It was
A Civic. It was a Honda.
the cop car. The cop car.
Oh,
a Malibu. It was a Malibu.
Yes,
Whoa.
yes. And like an old one
Damn.
too.
So I'm in an old Malibu. Always breaking
What
down.
color was it?
It was burgundy.
Okay.
First car. And I was like, we're
How'd
gonna
you
take
get
this trip
that
to
car?
Woodbury. I bought it off somebody. My ex actually. One of his coworkers was selling. He was like, hey, listen, they're selling a car for $1,000. I think this one I was in between jobs. I was like, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
I need it.
Okay.
That's how they get you.
Listen, I was like, I need a car ASAP.
My first
it
car-
just gotta go through.
My first car was my second car was a Jetta.
Okay.
I bought it off my neighbor, and it stopped working like 2 weeks.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Nah,
The
my-
transmission,
hold
the
on.
transmission torn into. The transmission was like $1,600. I just paid $1,200 for this car. I don't have it.
Nah, I think I put like 3 months in. I had to put in like $600-700 into the car, And then it had its issues, but it held on for a year, so it did the job.
It did the
job.
Got your point A to point B.
That's it. So I'm driving out to Woodbury, and the crazy story is like we had to do a 3 interview process. On my 3rd interview, I think it was on the way back. Thank God. My tire blew. I got stuck in the Southern State. I don't even know where I'm at. I have no idea where I'm going. I've never been that far in Long Island in my life. And I'm like, why am I on the highway? I was like freaking out, but. It was worth
so what
it.
did you do?
Yeah.
Yo,
Like you can't just skip that.
How did you make
I had
it?
to call AAA, figure out what was going on. Turns out I had a donut in my car and I didn't know about it. So I was waiting for no reason. But, they helped me out.
They fixed the tire or you did it?
No, they didn't. I don't know.
Okay. To this day, do you know how to do it or no?
No. I can change oil. I know where
That's impressive.
Not oil. Sorry. I can change my antifreeze.
You went from being like, oh, to like, oh, okay.
It's a fucking label. You
No.
put the thing in.
It's a label where you have to put it in.
My container was so bad, I couldn't tell what was what.
You know what's so funny? Because we always had to put coolant in your car.
I still got coolant in this one just because I'm scared.
So now,
I'm scared to ride without it.
So now, what do you drive? Because it sounds like you don't drive that Malibu.
Oh no,
anymore.
it's gone. It did the job, but we upgraded a little bit. So now I got a Audi A4, 2016.
Okay,
Nice.
We doing a little bit better. Not too bad.
a little,
We had a transformation.
a little.
Yo, that is so. You said it's something about like a 3-step process to get in the job where you're at right now.
So first step.
Hold on, before let's go. You said LZ came to. Your job, did the whole thing. You saw how he worked. You were like, I'm super interested.
Came and inspired you.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Like he blew me away.
So do you feel that before I want to cut you off real quick? So the that feeling that he gave you, the inspiration, do you strive to do that to others as like
coming in?
Yeah,
hands down. It's already in the path. It's in the works.
Okay.
It's in the works. Come like maybe late 2020. You can mark this down. It's coming.
That's good that I'm actually the reason why I said it because it stays like that, like being inspirational to others and being inspired, things that really help you go to the next level or help you reach that potential that you have inside you that you always knew was there, but sometimes you need inspiration from others to actually like get that to like what is it called
Start the ignition.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought that's what you was.
Thanks to me.
You know what? Anytime. Anytime.
Yeah,
So you had the 3-step process to get the job. What was your actual? Did you go to him and be like, oh, I want to hire? Did he say, do you want a job? Like, what was that like?
So he wanted to hire me, but he didn't want to pull me from real estate because he was like, listen, it's gonna be real lucrative, but it's gonna take a lot of time.
Okay.
You got to figure out what's more important.
And you're still in school right now.
That's fair.
Still in school.
Okay.
Still.
When'd
in
you
school the whole
graduate?
time. I just graduated in June.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So he pulls you aside. So he wanted you to do it. When did you make the decision? Like, I'm leaving real estate and I'm just gonna rock out with the whole advisor thing.
So when I first started, actually, I thought I was gonna be able to do both. So I was like, you know what? Because I really loved the family that I had in my real estate office. I said, you know what? It's all good. We're gonna do both. I can make it happen. But then I got there and they were like, listen, this is a conflict of interest. You're going to have to sign this OBA.
Yo, you know something? They make you quit everything you're doing. Like, they go into, like, a whole background check. You cannot be part of anything or you have to detail every little thing. So
This just shows how young my age is. So, you know, when they did the 10-year background check, they went all the way back to middle school and I had to document it. No, I was still in middle school at the time.
They were asking, like, high school questions. Because
I stopped after a point. It was just like school. They were like, nope. No. Yeah. When did you graduate? High school, middle school? I was like, okay.
And this is the first job. Like, they call every single reference that I put down. Yeah, every single reference they called. They probably called yours. You even know.
You didn't even know that. Yeah, you didn't know.
That means I had a good job. Shout out to the references.
They held it down.
All right. So you say you wanted to accept the position, and like, what were the next steps? Like the interview process. As much as you want to talk about and stuff like that.
So there were 3. It was a 3 interview process. I feel like all of this took maybe like a month and a half or so. They did the background check. Was super extensive. I did a fingerprinting with them. Make sure I wasn't a criminal. They did the whole 9. I feel like it was about a month and a half later. He was like, you know, it's time to start studying. Yeah. So our business is really funny. We had a period where we get on a temporary contract where you start studying for exams. Then you get your actual contract.
Yeah, because they can't officially hire you at the firm until you have your licenses.
Right.
You just got to prove yourself.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting here now, still in my old car. Not sure how I'm making it to Long Island. I'm still in school. I'm still doing, I think, 5 classes.
Yep.
And now I'm studying for my Series 7.
You had no excuses.
Yeah.
None at all.
I was just like, that was it. I was freaking out for a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And the Series 7 is equivalent to like taking almost the bar exam. That's what the equivalent. It's one of the hardest tests that you can take. It's like the most ultimate like level in finance that you can have besides like a CFP.
For sure.
So that's a super hard test. It's a 7-hour test, 250 something questions, like 1 hour, like I think an hour, 30-minute break or something like that. I don't know.
A mandatory break.
A mandatory break that you have to take. So this test, like people take months and months to study for it, but like they was on an accelerated program at our job. And, it was like, yo, you need that shit tomorrow.
You got 6 months to get all 3 exams,
all 3 licenses.
That's actually good.
All of your production and everything, get it done.
And on top of all those licenses, we still have to do production, so we still have to get clients in the meantime.
So that's the fourth part. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, first of all, because again, I'm young, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm coming from something that had nothing to do with this. I'm like, how do I find people? Where are they gonna come from? I'm not active on Instagram. I don't know people. I didn't talk to people. So I'm looking for prospects. I'm trying to finish up all my assignments at school. They're forcing me to go on trips.
How did you start looking for prospects? The fact that, as you just said, you didn't come from someone who well, they didn't know they needed a financial advisor.
Not at all.
So how did you transition to finding prospects? What did you do?
It was super difficult. I definitely started in my natural market. So I started with friends. I started with friend of friends. But actually, most of my first clients were people that I knew through other people. Like nobody I was really directly associated with.
Okay.
That's normally how it goes.
Yeah.
And then from there, it just like took off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So you start passing your test. What's the first test you passed?
Series 7.
Series 7. Okay,
Series
I think that's when I
first.
kind of started working there. When you were towards the end of yours, that's when I just started coming.
And then we were like, listen, we're going to work it out.
That's
Dream
exactly
Team started.
As soon as we came there, it was like, yo, we were like in the office till like 11, 12. We were there on Sundays, on Saturdays. Like, yo, we were there grinding for mad.
There was no other choice.
So now how's the process?
As far as like what I'm doing?
Yeah. What exactly is it that you're doing?
Okay. So right now, social media has been playing a really, really big part. So I'm super new to being active on it, but Instagram's been huge. Like people are actually really starting to reach out to me and just say, "Hey, listen, I love what you're doing."
I meant to give you a tip. I forgot. I'm gonna
need
talk
them
to you
all.
about one of your videos you posted.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I'm here for all
Nah,
criticism.
we can't do it on
Okay,
here.
offline.
I don't want to give no gems out.
Damn. Like, what the hell? Anywho,
Stingy
so InShot, right? You need to go to your canvas.
Oh, I told her how to do that.
Oh, turn it white.
Yeah, I did already.
Okay.
The app that I told you to download, the InShot app.
I got it.
No, she used it, but I'll show you because the video you had up. You want the background of it
to be white.
White.
Or neutral
you gotta show
color.
me
Yeah. You don't want it to be where like it looked like it's still part of the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you how to do it.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I couldn't figure out
Yeah, I'll
how
show you
to
how to
get
do
that.
it. I'll show you how to do it.
See, I appreciate that.
All right,
That's
so
love.
It's so funny because you actually said you wanted feedback. Like your story, like, oh, can you put feedback on the video? And so it's crazy with Instagram. I think I went to your page and I got caught up. I think I had a notification, so I got caught up, and I just like F that and just did something else. But yeah,
all right, so
I'm
you
always
got,
open.
You got all your licenses, and I think you graduated around the same time, or you still had a little bit more in school.
No, I was still in school.
Okay, so you got all your licenses, and now it's just like, all right, it's production now. So now if you got your license, you took 3 licenses, got all of them, and what's the next step after that? So you're still not even contracted with the firm.
Nope.
So now you got.
I'm freaking out, right? So I'm sitting here like, all right, there is no more tests. It's all looking for people. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, this is when he's really gonna see. I don't have that many clients. Like, I felt like I was finessing for a little bit. I was like, there's no there's no wiggle room now. Exactly. I was like, all right, where they gonna come from? You better find it. There was definitely a spark. It was a super dry period. So I had I closed my first deal in October.
Okay.
How did that feel?
It was good. It was real good. I hit half of my PC work just with that. And the next 3 months was quiet.
So when she says PC, she makes half
Wait,
of her
October?
production,
What do you mean 3 months after October? We're in November.
No, it's talking about last year.
Oh, I'm like, what?
Last year when she started. Like,
Last
so
year.
Okay. I'm following now.
So
From there, November.
because you had to do a certain amount of production. Production means business. So they want the job wants to see if you can pass the test, and they want to make sure you can actually get clients.
For sure.
So they give you a certain amount that you have to hit. Once you hit them, you get contracted. So you struggled in hitting those numbers.
Something crazy. It was quiet.
Was it like
quiet.
you just made it?
I came in pretty fourth quarter clutch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think no, I hit my production January, but I had to pass my last exam. I passed it February 1st, and then I got contracted.
Okay.
And I think my date was like February 20 something. It was fourth quarter right time. Yeah.
And it's so crazy. How much people did you start your class? Because they hire people in waves.
Oh yeah.
So you started your class with how many people?
So I started with 13 people. There were 13 of us. There are now only 2 of us.
Yo, that's so. It's a 90% wash rate. Like 90% people don't make it in this industry.
You know what's so funny though? That's what really motivated me.
Because
told me
you
that.
wanted to be one of those people.
Of course.
That's the same thing
Of
with
course.
me. That's the same thing.
He's
And
like,
I'm
yo, this is it's hard. Is a 90% dropout rate. The retention rate is like super low. I was
That's
like,
good. That's good.
are you calling me out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I was like, we're gonna make this
You want to be
happen.
one of the statistic.
For sure. Nah.
I think
That's
that
not
was
me.
like,
I don't fit in.
Yeah.
So now fast forward. Now you're working daily with Kadeem. That's ridiculous. Like, honestly, the fact that you're working every day with him, like,
It's a process.
honestly, I envy you. I don't know how you do it.
Yo, if you're
So-
like my little sister, yo, we cool.
Do
true, though.
you like take drugs or what?
What? Do not answer this question, please.
Oh, yeah.
You trying to get my
Okay,
partner
okay,
out
yeah.
of
We're
here?
not- we're on
Yes,
air.
What?
Nah, you
So
know what's
off the
crazy, though?
record, do you take drugs? Do you take drugs?
What's crazy though is outside of drinking, like I don't really do anything. I don't even drink coffee. I don't do
I don't drink coffee either.
I don't do what are those, the energy drinks. Like I don't have any kind of
Yo, they be
That's good.
pounding down those energy
Crazy.
drinks in our
Crazy.
like the
I can
senior
tell.
guys. Yo,
Oh, definitely. What this industry is
Yo,
ridiculous.
they
They do
be
coke and all of
pounding.
that.
With
They
the
got
Red
that
Bulls,
C,
just
yo,
back to
and they got
back.
this big C4 can now. Yo, they be walling
I hear
out.
C4 is like
Crazy.
the new thing too.
Yo, I'm not about that. Like they be going in.
That's actually good that you don't even drink coffee.
Nah, it's never been. I just don't like it. It tastes bad.
Yeah, I think so
It's
too.
acquired taste.
You like coffee?
Yeah.
There's no
Go to.
acquiring.
I don't understand it. He's like coffee. I'm like, what? That nasty thing.
That's wild. So you're day in and day out. You're like what are you doing like day to day now?
All right, cool. So each day is different for sure. I would say on average I'm in 2 to 3 boroughs a day. So my day is just traveling. I feel like we start. I'm really trying to get into
What
a
time
better
do you
process.
start though?
Let's talk
I-
about right now.
typically,
You're
I
like your
wake
Monday
up-
morning schedule. Like we're Monday
Alright.
morning. That's I feel like
Yeah,
it's
we just
every-
asked you 8 questions just
Yeah,
now.
man.
So let's
That's
ignore all the questions and let's focus on that question we just asked. What is your Monday?
Monday morning, I'm up at 5:30. Gotta get ready. I leave the house by like 6:40. Get over to the office. I have an 8 a.m. class, a 9 a.m. class. At 10 a.m., I start catching up on weekend work. 11:30, I do a one-on-one meeting with my manager. Then I do my district meeting around 12:30. By 2 o'clock, it slows down a little bit. So at that point, I'm just following up on more work. If I have client meetings, we keep it in the office. But usually, I don't leave the office until about like 8 p.m. And then if there's an event, like this Monday, I'll be out at an
Yes,
event.
you will.
I will be
Be in
there.
Harlem.
I will be in Harlem. 8:30.
Thank you.
My days gonna be
So
pretty
pretty
long.
much it's from like a 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's longer than 12 hours.
Yeah.
But it's
Thinking
like-
about it, I'm
so
be up at
minimum
5:30.
is
I'm
like
down, getting
12
home
though.
till midnight. Yeah.
Minimum is 12. Okay.
Yeah, easily. And so right now your job is basically just getting clients right now.
That's it. That's the whole job.
That's the whole job when it comes around. So you do
And but what does it mean to get clients though?
yeah.
Cool. So a lot of people ask me like, what do you do? They don't really understand like what financial advising is. It's too vague. So there's really a lot to what we do. But for me to get a client is just really helping somebody out. Like somebody that needs direction. We figure out where to kind of point them. What do they need done? If
Direction
they have
with what
everything.
though?
Anything financially related. So
Okay.
it's really about like investments. Investments is a big part. Insurance is a big part. But some people, it's just building a budget, getting them into like financial stability.
Right.
Other people say, listen, I'm stable. I save money, but I don't know how to grow it. I don't know what I need. I just don't know what's out there.
Right.
So depending on what they need, we just kind of tailor them, give them the right direction to go, and just take it from there.
No, the reason why I asked that because you don't want to just sound vague.
Oh, yeah.
Like just putting out there. Like you don't want to just say, hey, we did this, we did that. Like you want to break it down because there's some listeners who really don't understand what exactly that you're doing. Like you just said. So when someone asks you, hey, what is it that you do? What do you say?
It changes.
Okay, so
Nah.
It changes kind of who it is.
Yeah,
who
that's
it
that, no,
is,
that's actually that's
what
a good
they ask,
answer.
like where you are and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to give that quick and then I'm out.
So
like a
so now
two-liner
so let's do a quick one. Like what do you do?
All right, cool. So I'm a financial advisor. What I do is just goal-based planning to help people really achieve their financial goals.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go. And that's good. It's because like even who someone listened, they don't understand that right there. Pretty much gives the answer
Sums it
about
up.
it. Right.
Who do you feel like needs your service?
Everybody.
That's good.
And
Everybody.
Why do you feel everybody? Because I feel like, a biggest objections I get is just like, I don't need an
I don't need
advisor
this,
right
right?
now.
I'm
not in
all
this-
set.
I'm all set, or I'm not there where I want to be yet.
Right. That's
I get a
that's the
lot
best
of,
one. Man, that's
Somebody
the best
reached out
one.
to me today, actually. I'm about to talk to them. I'm like, you know what? I really want to stay with you, but I can't afford it yet. I'm like, how do you know that? You didn't ask me anything. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm giving that image, but,
And
that's not it.
you do it with anyone. You work with
Anybody.
anyone.
Anybody.
Not just like they have
Anybody
to
18
be,
and over.
That's good. So they don't. Let's just say if someone makes like $5,000 a year, you still work with them.
I do.
There
So
you
for
go.
them, it's just structure. Everything's a time game. So you might not be able to get the things that you want or do it the way you want right now, but it's just building it up.
Building the basis.
There's nobody
of it.
I'm going to turn away, especially because I'm so young. I feel like we really need that.
Right. So get like that foundation set.
Oh, for sure.
That's good.
How was it like working with the team? Like how's the team like?
So that's one thing I really, really love. Like, you know, we have a really family vibe in our team. Like, we actually all went out for dinner last night at a Wolfgang Steakhouse. Yes. Amazing dinner.
How was that?
Oh, it was amazing.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yo,
that was a good answer because you know that everyone's listening. So
right, like no bad blood.
Nah, it was a great. Last night was a great night.
Vibe.
Like we all went out, mad drinks, mad food. Like
steak was crazy.
Steak was great. What
do you feel is the importance of like doing that, like going out
team building?
Yeah.
So I feel like, and especially because we're mirrored with with a couple of other teams that are not as close. It really just helps you when you need that support. So, you know, this is a lonely business in a sense. Like, it's really every man for himself. Everybody just kind of make sure that you're doing what you got to do so that you don't get dropped. But having somebody like, hey, listen, you know, you're falling off over here. Let's work this out. Or
that
maybe
support system.
For sure. Like, it's key. It's key. I really feel like that's helped me out a lot of times when I was falling off.
Yo, that's crazy, and that's a big thing. Like you said, like we have a huge structure, and a lot of people know we're like, not to toot our horns, we're the best district in that firm. So like out of all
Isn't it the whole coast? Not even just the firm?
No, in our firm, like I don't think we know numbers from every firm, but in our firm, we're the top like advisors there, and it's literally the three of us. We have one advisor who's doing like production right now, and like we get talked about in every single meetings. Like there's certain levels that you can hit to kind of gauge your success. Like we hit that level there's one month where I went $5 under. I legit went 5 points under, and everybody was like, oh shit. But the next month I bodied and I came back.
But to talk about even Nationally League, we're actually
that's why I said that. Yeah,
so both of us are actually like in the top 5 Black African American advisors in the country for the.
I need you to say that again because you didn't say it loud enough.
Oh, sorry. Kadeem and I are top 5 African American advisors in the country. Country for this firm.
Yeah.
Country as in
USA?
as in USA, as in the continent, as in North America,
whatever.
As in America.
In America.
You guys are the top. They're 2 of the top 5 guys. I need you guys to just listen to that. There's 5 in the country, and we're talking to 2 of them. Of 5.
Sure. And that goes to show your team. Like we push each other like super, super, super hard. I'm always on top of her, like, yo, do this, do that. Did you call this client? And vice versa. She's the same way, because I feel like it's why people fail, I feel like, it's because they don't have that team. Support, like you said, we're like a family. Like we all bark at each other, scream at each other. But like when we go out like yesterday, like we all go, we turn up and we have a great time together. So that's what goes back from team building. Like it's super important to have that. And I feel like that's why we're going to be like always going to be on the team on top, because you can see other teams, like teams gravitate towards us.
Oh yeah,
like we always have new people coming towards us and like, yo, trying to make some more conversation with us, like do this, do that, coming out to the events and everything.
I remember when that first happened, actually. One of the guys that's not here anymore, and he like, it was like months ago, and he came out to me like, yeah, you know what are you doing? How you got all these files? I'm looking at him like, you been here longer than me. What are you doing? Like, you tell me.
But I also want you guys to listen to what they said. Like, you know, she's in the office from 8 to 8. He's in the office from 8 to 8. So people aren't willing to put in that type of work ethic.
And we're in the office from 8 to 8, and then we're traveling. Like she said, we're a minimum of 2 boroughs every single day.
Nonstop.
Like we're in the city back and forth, whether it's taking the train to the city, whether it's driving to the city. So like we're putting like a lot of time and a lot of legwork, and like our industry is like we do stuff and then we won't get paid for it for a while. A long time. It's long times. Like
you gotta weather the storm.
Exactly, because if you have $1 million client, you know how much people are asking you for your money,
of
like
course,
$1 million.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of say why we deserve that kind of $1 million, and also educate them at the same time of how we can like make sure that $1 million doesn't disappear or something like that. So that's a big thing. What do you feel like the hardest part of this business is?
I was going to ask that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
generally
crazy.
or personally?
Huh?
Generally or personally?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Right,
do generally first.
Generally, the hardest part is mental stability. Like it's like you said, everything's super inconsistent. So you really got to be strong enough to say, you know, it's coming, and not take it and just like fall back, say, you know, forget it. This isn't for me, or something like that. Somebody can be easily broken in this business.
Exactly. Yeah.
I agree.
Personally, I feel like being young, and then where I'm coming from is like it really gives me a lot of extra obstacles.
Yeah, because you're 20. This is like an old white man's industry.
Yeah.
So like you're 23. Your clients are
You're,
your clients
you're
younger than you?
23.
Or
You're
like-
black. And you're a female.
Yeah.
So you have everything going against you right now.
It's crazy. And you gotta remember when I started studying, I was still 21. I was about to turn 22. So I'm like,
So you're 21. You're black. You're a female. You're from Brooklyn.
y'all not gonna come at Brooklyn like that.
And you're from Flatbush. Like that's damn. Like yo, you're doing it. You're doing it.
What's the average ideal client that you have? Like age, gender, what they do, like.
Ideally, I'm looking for somebody that's 28. Typically, either just starting off with a business or in the medical field. I work a lot with nurses, especially. And somebody's just focused, like that's actually ready to build.
Okay. Now I like it. And like, what are some strategies? How do you get your clients? Because you say you don't, like in our office, there's everybody's cold calling.
Oh yeah.
Like you go there at 8:00 in the morning, people are on their phone cold calling. They're dialing random numbers.
For sure.
They have no idea who it is, and they're just hoping that they talk to somebody. In our district, and I think our district's the only one like that, we do not cold call in our district. So we're all of going out. That's why we're always outside. That's why we're always in the city. That's why we're always showing like what we're doing on social media, because that's like almost going out with everybody as well. Smart. So like, what is a couple of things that you feel like you do to kind of why you're like successful?
So I definitely take advantage of networking events. In a sense of not typical like, oh, let's network, but any kind of mixer that's going on, any kind of event, I'm out there, I'm talking to people. I gotta leave with at least 10 numbers.
Yeah.
Events like that, the bar, doing happy hours are crazy, and Instagram is starting to pick up for me.
Okay, yeah, I like it. I like that. Woo-gee. So what's the your go-to event then?
Go-to is where there's no other advisor. No other advisor is even like thinking about being there. I want to be the only person in the room. This is something like the medical events.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of doctors, bunch of nurses. They're not looking for me.
Right.
You know, things like that. A real estate event, a NABA event. They're not looking for me.
So your idea is to go where nobody else. You feel like nobody else is gonna
But I
get
need my
there.
crowd there. It has to be like slightly older crowd than me, like
People who
late
you look at,
20s.
yeah. That's actually good. That's good. That's a good way to
And I know you do a lot of vendor spots as well too.
For sure, I've been picking that up a lot lately.
Let's talk a little about that.
So that's when it's nice to be a woman. You know,
Yeah,
everybody wants a female vendor.
Yo, you see, that's why like yo, it's the perfect team because
The
when the
dream
guy
team.
ain't no guy would have talked to me. So and she
I look at it like this: they're gonna want one of us.
Exactly.
So it's gonna happen.
That's true. So I think we work, and then we always like bring in somebody else. Like I think we always do events together, and then we'll bring in somebody.
Oh, the
else
girl.
That, yeah. So like it doesn't matter. Like we brought like the girl in because it was a female event. So I know like I
so
can't
she's
have
not really
two
with
guys
y'all.
there. She's in our firm, but she's not in our district. She works in our district with us. So like every event that we go to, we bring in somebody else
Okay,
who will
right,
cater
follow.
more to that event.
That's smart.
So whether like if we're this white person, maybe we're going to a white event. We need like a white advisor. We can't
Right.
have all three black advisors. Going.
Right,
So we
exactly.
might bring in.
Yeah,
Maybe we
yeah,
need
yeah.
another female. Maybe we. So at our office, we're able to bring in.
So it's just
anybody.
it's just a third person that you'll
Just
do.
kind of
Yeah.
the third
That's
person
smart.
that we're kind of rocking with right now.
That's smart.
It's pretty good. All right, so let's talk about the fun stuff. So let's talk about like the kind of lifestyle this advisor has brought
Gives
to
you.
you. Yeah.
In 1 year, my life has changed drastically. So I had my first lobster. I had a 7-pound lobster this year. First of all, it's a while to crack that.
How did it feel?
Crazy. It was crazy. I'm like, I'm not even sure if I like lobster, but I like
yeah,
I just like
yeah.
having it. The lifestyle's been different. I've been, like, I'm coming from like being with friends where it's like, okay, let's pregame, then let's go to the free party and figure it out, right? And now we're like, we're doing bottles, we getting sections. Yeah, we might just be in a hotel beforehand. It's like hotel.
Yeah,
How many
Lifestyle's
bottles have you
crazy.
popped this year?
I can't keep count.
that's good.
My trainer's gonna kill me though.
So what else has it done besides?
Even that, as a matter of fact. So being able to pay for a personal trainer, something I would have never thought about.
Talk about the benefit of having a personal trainer.
Cool. So for one, I am the kind of person that will get off track if I allow myself. So he's here to really keep me accountable. It's like, hey, listen, you're not doing enough. You're not pushing hard enough. Get on it. Kind of
Okay.
situation.
Because you eat like this industry is
Oh,
revolves
you
around
eat
eating
insane.
and drinking.
It's just eating and drinking.
Yes.
Bad stuff. And hookah. That's it.
I don't know how y'all do hookah. Y'all stay doing hookah.
Yo, that's the best place to go because you can actually have conversations with people. You don't have to worry about them eating.
Hookah gives me headaches.
It makes
I don't
a
know
little
how y'all do
lightheaded.
that.
It just enhances what you got going on already.
Yeah, I remember the first time we took you to the hookah
If,
spot.
that- if that's what y'all want to call it.
You got some crack hookah. I don't know what was happening there, bro.
Which spot was that?
I have a spot over in Queens. I forgot, like right by on the border of Queens and
That was
the
not
one in
normal
Bayside?
hookah.
yeah, exactly.
On the pyramid.
Nah.
No, not that. That's our
Pyramid
spot
is
now.
good.
Yeah,
Pyramid's
yeah.
good.
So what?
See,
Oh, you got,
Pyramid's good now. Now you go to all the hookah spots.
Pyramids
look,
is
look
good.
at y'all. Look, hookah out.
Nah, there's one on Hillside, like right on the border of like Long Island and Queens that we went to.
I don't know what they put in that, but I'm never going back.
Yeah.
Which one? Oh, and why? Why you say that?
That was something that I was driving home like, what's going on?
Yeah, I think it's hookah.
I don't know. Kadeem slipped something in there.
Gave a tip.
I don't know. This was early on. We might not have been cool like that yet. I don't know.
So yeah, so let's keep going with the lifestyle of this injury, what it brings you.
Yeah, so it's just really different. It's nice to be able to afford the things that you want and not stress about it so much. You know, there's even in terms of like putting away money. So I'm able to handle money a lot differently now. Before it was just like save it, hold it, do whatever you got to do with it. Now it's, you know, I can put away a lot of stuff in my long term and not be mad at it. You know, putting stuff away in retirement, stock options, things that's not coming out till
Because you
years later.
understand it.
Exactly.
And you talking like stock options? Like, do you even figure you would be talking like this last year?
Never
Like you
in
just
my
said,
life.
retirement,
I'm
stock
telling you.
options, buying this, like going through it. Like,
So you know what's crazy is Billions. I started watching it right before I got into this industry.
Yo.
I turned the first episode on and turned it right back off. I was so lost.
why? Oh,
I
you
didn't know
what's
what they were
happening.
talking about.
Yo.
Oh, okay.
So I started studying. I
That
passed my
show?
test. It's crazy. I went back. I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
It was a revelation. Just a light bulb.
That's so. You know what's funny? Like this past weekend, I was saying to myself, I should like binge the whole thing again.
Yeah,
Yo,
Billions.
that show. I don't think people
insane.
know how powerful that show
It's
is.
insane.
And what's
That show
what's
is
dope
just-
about this? So it takes place in New York. So like you can pull up on some of those spots, and it's just
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
Matter of fact, next summer we're going to the house.
oh
Wait, what house?
To Axelrod's. So Axelrod's house.
His
That's
house
actually
in the Hamptons.
in the Hamptons.
That's one of our.
That's
clients.
one of our yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
We're going to the house next summer.
yeah. The
Damn.
guy on. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this.
Nah,
much, but-
quiet. So we
You
just
are
not gonna put the
bugging out.
attachments.
You're bugging.
Edit that
no,
out.
you gotta edit that out.
Edit
You're
that
bugging, bro. No, I'll draw this out. You're bugging. Whoa, what the hell is wrong with him?
All right,
We're not gonna no names.
yeah, but yeah, so that's a very successful guy. And yeah, so we'll be at the house tonight. Yeah, that's dope. So stuff like that.
Nah, but it's exciting. Even the people, just as far as the people that I met this year, I've met a lot of people that I'm super excited for. Like in the next few years, these are people you will definitely hear names about everywhere. You know, I got people that are I got a guy that's starting a detailing business that's growing crazy. I'm super excited for him. It's a lot going on.
That is, and talk about like some of the. I know you do a lot of stuff with like your clients and stuff like that. Like you do a lot
Also,
of
the appreciation events. So that's my favorite part.
What is that?
So that's gonna be whatever I feel for it to be at the time. So for my A-list clients, people who really, you know, I feel like really supported, definitely, you know, played a big part.
But what
in
does
my
A-list
business.
mean though?
Top tier.
Okay.
So anybody
Top
who's
tier is what,
big
like-
with referrals, right? So
Okay.
if you notice, if you ever go on my page, you're never gonna see the firm that I work for. You're not gonna see any testimonials. Everything's word of mouth. So anybody who's true to really support me, hey, listen, this is my advisor. Things are great. Really kind of supporting the business. I take them out. So depending on, you know, what we're doing, what we feel like, sometimes it's just like a happy hour. We'll spend maybe $2,000, take everybody out. Other times it's a concert. So we did the Chris Brown concert this summer. After that, we went out for drinks, did bottles. So it was a good
Rough
time.
night.
Oh, no, it was a good night. It was a great night.
So that's like your first time even like going to like stuff like that as well. Like, cause that's
So
my first
last
time in a
year,
booth too. Like,
So last year, actually when he first brought me in, when Elsie first brought me in, Drake concert last year, he had the suite.
okay.
This is when I was still studying, and I'm looking around like,
The lifestyle is
who
different.
is this man?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, how is he doing this?
Because at first you don't believe it.
Nah.
At first you don't believe it. Takes you a long time. Even
like,
like
to
the guys
sink
in
in.
the corner office, like you don't believe how much money they're really making.
To sit here and talk to them, right? It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. It's
crazy.
ridiculous. Ridiculous.
We have like literal millionaires in the office that we could talk to at any point in time.
in time, and that's a stretch.
How? Yeah, I was gonna say like, how is even having that ability? What does that do for you?
It's inspirational. Like, so every now and then when we stay late, but we can walk around the office. So we'll see what other people are doing. We'll see what's going on within, how long they've been there.
That's
But
smart.
just to see like the vibes in the office, kind of sit in the office. I sat with one of our other partners that, you know, he owns a lot of real estate, a couple of businesses. I'm sitting in his office on Friday. I'm supposed to be at an event, and the energy is just different. So I'm in there like, you know, I got a lot of work to do, and I'm just like knuckling down. I look at the time like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, I be doing that too. Yeah, I be working in his office. Sometimes I just go in there and just sit in the office, and you don't even talk to them, but you just do your work. But that energy in there is just like, yo,
you feel it. That money energy is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything, and it's just like, yo, it's a great.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. Yeah, yeah.
And that's a guy that closed what $1 million plus a year in his sleep.
Easily, without almost doing anything. It's crazy because even like your Monday meetings, our Monday meetings and everything like that, like our first Monday meeting, the guy that's teaching us every single meeting, he's the branch manager. He's probably making well over 8 figures a year.
Oh, hands down.
So it's like, imagine every Monday morning somebody wakes up to kind of teach you at 8 o'clock in the morning. He never misses a beat. He has mad energy and he
pumped. I don't get it. Like he is always pumped. It's crazy.
So talk about like that experience. Like, and in our meetings we have like people who they're advisors to every football player. Like in the NFL, so, you have so much people that
First of all, well, I would chalk a lot of that up to one of our partners, one of the managers there. Like his pull and what he does is crazy. That we could really get a lot of high end people in there. So we got advisors that only deal with NFL clients. Like all he has is NFL clients. He's in and out of states every single day. He's not more. We don't name names.
I said the
but he had
I'm name dropping this.
But
episode.
There was he was at another event with a real famous person that we're not gonna name. But if you knew it, you'd be like, oh. What? And it's not that he went and approached her and said, hey, listen, this and that. She came up to him and was just like, you know what, I'm so happy to be around you. Like this is just crazy.
That's powerful.
And I have people like that just speaking to us, giving us pointers, showing us what they're doing. Like
showing
at any
you
point in
you're
time.
on the right path. There you go.
It's crazy feeling.
That's super powerful. So super powerful. All right, so like what do you kind of want to do next year? Like what's your goals now? Like what are your goals in this industry? You don't have to say number goals, but just like what do you want to accomplish next year?
Cool. So I'm definitely going to step into management, putting that in the air now. So I plan on I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're giving it a shot. So I definitely plan on paying it forward.
Okay.
I want to bring a couple of people on, really pull them under my wing and do the mentorship. So right now it's just about focusing and like tightening up my whole process, making sure that I'm really on the grind so that I can pay it back the right way. I definitely by 25 I'm getting my first property. So right now a lot of next year is really just building up for that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now what about by 30?
30 we talking different ball game. By 30 I hope to have my school running. So I plan on like setting up a curriculum and really kind of getting the school running off the ground. There's a lot that I want to do with like a whole school system, like high school wise. So that should be done by like 30.
Okay.
32 the latest.
Now that you're an advisor, you feel like you've tasted this lifestyle. Do you feel like there's any other job?
I'm not going back. You have to drag me back.
Like, why would you not do another job after this job?
I have everything I want. Like, you know what I said? I went through each job and figured out I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want that. Everything here is within my reach. Like, literally, the only thing that ever brings me back is me when I make mistakes. Like, I have everything that I could ever want. There's no going back. Everybody else, it's different, like, talking to people that are much older than me, and they're like, well, I'm trying to get this kind of job, and I need this and that. Well, I need more time with my kids. I need more this. I'm like, when I have kids, I'm good.
You're good.
I got my time. Like, I'm putting in the work right now, and I'll be good. There's no lack of money. There's no lack of time. Like, I have everything I need.
All right, so what's one thing that you feel like you did different that got you in this position while a lot of the people that you hung around are not in this position?
I wasn't scared to jump. So a lot of people for a long time made fun of me too with like, if you never stay at a job, you're always moving around. You had a job every other week. And I'm like, why am I staying? I have, there's no disrespect to my friends, but I got friends that's been in the same job for like 4 years that hate it. And I'm like, we are literally 23 years old. Why are you staying at a job that you can't stay in, that's not feeding you nowhere? It's not giving you nothing good. But it's comfortability. They're like, you know what? I know what they're doing already. I might not get what I want, but I'm comfortable.
Before we wrap up, I got one final question.
Shoot.
If you could think of like all the things you've came across, like all the obstacles, what do you feel is the biggest obstacle that you came across which got you currently to where you're at now?
In life? That's a lot. I guess the biggest is like personal insecurities. That's been like my biggest issue.
Why?
And I mean that stemmed from like a whole bunch of places, but it's always like I don't want to fail type situation, but then there's always like that I'm not good enough. I'm always like that number 2. But at the same time it's like, all right, well, just be number 1. Like I'm really starting to kind of flip my viewpoint on it now. So I refuse to keep settling at number 2. Y'all not gonna keep like looking me over. I'm not having it.
So, but what do you do that feels you to push you so you won't be that?
Keep going with it. A lot of that has to do with like the circle that I'm keeping, the support system. So when I really start to feel that like backslide, I just talk to certain people and like make sure that they shake me up.
Right,
oh yeah,
right.
And then I see other people, like somebody that we brought on that's kind of going through the same thing I'm going through, but in a worse situation. And I'm trying to shake her out of it. So I'm like, the only way for me to do that for somebody else is to really fix it for myself. So.
It's powerful.
Nah, that's golden. I love it. Anything else that you want to kind of say? Any last gems that you want to somebody who's trying to get in this field right now, or somebody who wants that level of success, somebody who's like went through hard times, like you went through hard times, you're good now. Like, what do you feel like kept you like motivated, that you want to say like, yo, just keep on doing?
You just gotta jump. Like, if you really let everybody else kind of hold you back and stop you from getting where you want to go, you're never gonna make it. I'll say that for sure, and that's something that like day to day I'm still working with. But you just gotta take that jump.
No, I love it. And where can people find you?
So you can find me on Instagram for sure. @ name is tianna.robinson, TIANNA _ Oh no, TIA TIANNAROBINSON _
All right, so everything will be in the description. I will put your office number down so they can contact you directly in the description. Put your email address down. Just email, text all that stuff to Handsome, and then he'll get that all fired up and everything. So I appreciate it. I hope you guys like the episode. My name's Kadeem Brown. You can find me at Kadeem Brown at Kadeem Brown on Instagram. Follow Handsome at HandsomeKelly _ and we appreciate you rocking with us.
Do you have any quotes? We usually do a quote before we leave.
Ooh, quotes.
Yeah,
I should have prepped for that one. Sheesh.
Put you on the spot.
Oh, D, right? Yeah. What's your quotes?
What?
I mean, if not, if not, we could get our own quote. You know, we take it. You might as well call it our episode. You know?
I don't even know. Don't doubt the underdog.
Oh, yo, we appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next week. Take care.